Sub-Saharan Africa has the youngest population in the world, with adolescents accounting for 20 to 25%. Health is a key factor, and the Adwa Rep and Adwa GTR projects focus on addressing the health needs of adolescents in Ghana, Niger, and Burkina Faso by examining primary health contexts, policies, and systems for interventions. These three countries represent the diversity of West Africa: Ghana, a coastal and English-speaking country; Niger and Burkina Faso, Sahelian and French-speaking. Globally, we see promising trends: a fall in adolescent pregnancies and increased demand for contraception. However, in West Africa, these improvements are slower. Adolescents need culturally appropriate sexual and reproductive health services to reduce vulnerability to these challenges. Adolescents' mental health is just as important, yet often neglected. If left untreated, 50% of adolescents' mental health problems can persist into adulthood, affecting personality, education, work, and physical health. However, stigma surrounding mental health prevents many adolescents from seeking the help they need. Let's take a brief journey through these three captivating West African nations: Ghana, Niger, and Burkina Faso. These countries, with their unique landscapes, rich histories, and vibrant cultures, offer diverse political and health contexts that shape adolescent experiences today. Ghana, once the Gold Coast under British colonial rule, was home to powerful kingdoms like the Ashanti Empire. In 1957, Ghana gained independence, becoming the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to free itself from colonial rule. It has since emerged as one of the most stable democracies in West Africa. Niger, after centuries of Islamic cultural influence and French colonial rule, gained independence in 1960. Despite rich mineral resources, Niger is one of the poorest countries in the world, grappling with political instability, including cycles of military coups and attempts at multi-party democracy. Burkina Faso, formerly Upper Volta, was dominated by the Moti kingdoms before becoming a French colony. It gained independence in 1960 and was renamed Burkina Faso in 1984 by President Thomas Sankara, meaning country of upright men. Despite political challenges, Burkina Faso has shown resilience and a strong cultural identity. Now let's examine the adolescent health context in these nations. In Ghana, adolescents make up 31% of the population. 5% of girls marry by age 15 and 21% by age 18. The teenage birth rate is 68 per 1,000 women aged 15 to 19. Adolescent girls face significant challenges despite efforts to include sexual and reproductive health education in school curricula. In Niger, adolescents account for 25% of the population. 28% of girls marry by 15 and 76% by 18. The birth rate among teenage girls is the highest in the region, at 204 births per 1,000 women aged 15 to 19. Many adolescents still struggle to access health services, particularly in rural areas. Addressing adolescent sexual and reproductive health care is an urgent priority. In Burkina Faso, 10% of girls marry by age 15 and 52% by 18. The teenage birth rate is 110 births per 1,000 women aged 15 to 19. Mental health services are scarce, but adolescents face many challenges in this area. Adolescents are navigating a complex environment with insecurity and limited access to essential health services. Mental, sexual, and reproductive health remains a critical area of concern in these three countries. In Niger, mental health challenges among adolescents are compounded by the stigma of discussing mental illness and limited access to services, making it difficult for young people to seek help. Each of these countries faces significant barriers to improving adolescents' health that prevents adolescents from seeking care. However, the youth in Ghana, Niger, and Burkina Faso are resilient and resourceful, finding ways to navigate their challenging environments.